Hi, Jesse here with an RSN Training update. I'm going to talk with you about how to optimize your pages and posts inside WordPress. Of course, there's a lot of plugins out there that help you do this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk with you about how RSN does it on our side, and also give you some tips on how you can do it inside your WordPress site if you don't currently do it. I highly recommend that you optimize your pages and posts so that your page rankings will go up, and inevitably you'll be easier to find on the search engines out there. So what we're going to do first and foremost is we're going to go to one of our WordPress sites that we manage. We're going to use 4C Communications as an example, and of course we would log into it. If we hadn't logged in the past, it would ask us for a username and password. Because we have logged into this WordPress site several times in the past, of course it logs us right into the admin portal. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk with you about a plugin that we utilize. It's called Wordpress SEO, and what this does is it gives us the ability to customize our tags, our titles, our keywords, our meta tag information, and make sure that that aligns around our keyword analysis. Of course, with all of our SEO, it starts with that keyword analysis. What words are going to be most effective to market our products and services? What words are where there's gaps in the marketplace where people are searching for those products and services. And we want to make sure that we're generating content around those keywords. So if you don't know what your keywords are, that's the first step. Make sure that you get a really comprehensive keyword analysis. Make sure that you understand how to market your content and how you should be generating, or what terms you should be generating your content around. So first and foremost, what you would do is you would log into WordPress and you go ahead and install WordPress SEO. What that's going to do is that's going to install some plugins and some add-ins to your pages and posts. I'm going to go to posts real quick, and as you can see here, one of those add-ins is this little section here, which gives you a really nice representation of how your content is ranking, or how your content is not ranking, but how is it optimized? Is it fully optimized? Is it optimized very well? Is it just okay? Is it good? Is it excellent? And this is going to give you tips just at a glance at what content needs to be optimized and what content is already optimized. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go into one of our posts here that doesn't need a too much terrible work, because we don't want to be doing too much work for this demonstration. But if you see posts that are either not colored, if they're grayed out, if they're red, or if they're yellow, that's content that needs attention, and we need to go in there. We need to take a look at that content, find out what keywords are showing up inside that content, and we need to optimize those keyword terms. So another add-on that the SEO for WordPress provides us is this section here, which I'm looking at right now. And as you can see here, inside this section, of course, we have a little snippet preview here that gives us the ability to take a look at how this is going to show up in the search engine when people actually look for link building. When they do see that organic search result, that's what it's going to look like for us. So that's really nice to see there. We have our focus keywords. As you can see here for this article, it is link building. Some tips and tricks. Of course, whenever we have a focus keyword, we want to make sure that that's as close to the front of our title as we possibly can make it. For some reason, if it's close to the front of the title and it also appears in the first paragraph of the article, it's going to rank that content higher in the search engine. So those are two really great tips to make sure that your pages are fully optimized and it's ranking high in the search engines. What we can also look at here is this quick look in regards to the content. Does it have a good article heading? Yes or no? Does it have page titles? Yes or no? The page URL align with the content? Yes or no? Which is another important thing, because you got to understand that the search algorithms, they look at a lot of different factors. They're going to look at the URL, they're going to look at the title, they're going to look at the keywords or the body of the content. They're also going to look at the meta description to make sure all those things line up. And if they all line up, of course, that's going to be really great content, because it's not going to dupe the reader. They're not going to get a bait and switch where they maybe have a title that says one thing and then the content is completely different. SEO is about creating alignment. It's being congruent from top to bottom in regards to your content and structure, and making sure your page ranks very high. So some other things we can see here is we have our meta keywords that we can build in here. There's a lot of people out there that say, hey, meta keywords aren't looked at by search engines. Well, if the pros are out there and they're providing these plugins, and these plugins are designed to help rank the page higher, we're going to go ahead and utilize those tools. So as you can see here, we've got all these tools that need to be filled out. They need to be in alignment with the content that we have here. We can check this SEO. As you can see here, it's okay. If we want to understand how to improve the ranking, all we have to do is select this check, and it'll give us another look, which is the page analysis. We were just looking at the general page, but now we're going to come to the second tab here, which is the page analysis. And this is going to give us step-by-step what we need to do in order to fully optimize this content. And it's all the way from the top to the bottom. What we want to do is just go through this content and make sure that we're following each step. There's no image appears in this page. Consider adding some that's appropriate. That's an easy thing to do, and we can go ahead and make sure that that takes place, and it'll start ranking that page higher. So this is the quick tip on how to fully optimize the content. So what we also want to do, we're looking at all the different pieces, all the different components that make up this blog post or make up a web page that'll help rank it higher. We need to be conscious of the title. We need to be conscious of the links, what's linking to this page, or how is the link structured. We need to be conscious of the copy or the body of the content to make sure that it has a high amount of keyword terms in there that we're trying to optimize for. And again, this can't be too many or too few. It's got to be a good percentage, and the page analysis will tell us what a good percentage is. In regards to density of keywords inside the copy or inside the body of the page or the post in here. And of course, we need to look at the categories. Now, the categories is how we utilize the categories to categorize our content with hashtags on Twitter and LinkedIn. So we need to make sure that we're utilizing categories that are specific to the content: SEO, SMO, social media, the web. Now, these are going to create hashtags when we publish and syndicate this content across the social media sites. So we need to make sure that we're utilizing very clear, very succinct categories in order to help us promote this content. And lastly, we're going to look at the tags, and we want to make sure that we're not loading tags in here. We don't load 100 or 150 tags in here. We want anywhere from 8 to 18 really clear, defined tags here, so that when the search engine comes and they look at this page content, they say, hey, you know what, the tags are good, categorized very well. The page content and structure is done very, very well. So if you do that for each one of the pages and posts, and you come through and you utilize this WordPress plugin for SEO, we're going to have content that is not only compelling, but it's going to rank high in the search engine. So that's all the time I have right now for our WordPress page and post optimization. If you have any questions, please give us a call. I'll be more than happy to answer those for you and make sure that you're on the right track to fully optimizing your web pages and posts.